Welcome back to Nucleotide Metabolism on Catalyst University. My name is Kevin Tokoph. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for future videos and notifications. In this video, we're going to look at the conversions of all the pyrimidines, that is, the cytosines and the uracils, ultimately into thymine. And what we're going to find is that it's actually not as simple as you would think. It's a fairly complicated process, as you can probably see here, but we're going to break it down and talk about what's required in each step, and it pretty much has to occur like this. And as we'll see, getting our thymines is actually a lot more complicated than you probably thought before you took a biochemistry course. All right. In a previous video, we talked about the biosynthesis of CTP and UTP. All right. Now, obviously, CTP and UTP can be converted to CDP and UDP respectively. Okay, these are just the diphosphate forms of their triphosphate counterparts. And if you want to see the synthesis of the pyrimidines, go back and watch that video in this playlist. Now, the question is, why are we starting with diphosphates? Well, these are ribonucleotides, meaning these are nucleotides we could use for simple phosphorylations of different things in the cell. Remember that CTP is used for lipid synthesis. UTP is often used in carbohydrate processing. But if we want thymine, where's the only place we find thymine? In DNA. And DNA uses deoxynucleotides. So we're going to have to somehow remove that 2' hydroxyl group. Now, I had a video where I explained the function of ribonucleotide reductase. I recommend you go watch that. It should be sometime after this video in the playlist. What ribonucleotide reductase does is it removes the 2' hydroxyl group to create the deoxyribose 5-carbon sugar. Simple enough, but the thing you have to remember, and this is where it gets confusing, for whatever reason, ribonucleotide reductase only acts on the diphosphate forms of these nucleotides. It doesn't act on the monophosphate form, it doesn't act on the triphosphate form. So when we synthesize CTP and UTP, we would actually have to convert them back to CDP and UDP before ribonucleotide reductase will even consider binding to them and converting them into the deoxy form. But once they're in their diphosphate forms, CDP and UDP, ribonucleotide reductase will convert the ribose ring into the deoxyribose ring. And anytime we have that deoxyribose ring, we stick this little D out in front, and we say D-CDP or D-UDP. So this would be deoxy-CDP, deoxy-UDP. Okay? So it seems like a lot of work, but again, you have to get them into the diphosphate form first. Now, once you have deoxy-CDP and deoxy-UDP, we can get them back to their corresponding triphosphate form. And that's done through the enzyme Nucleoside diphosphate kinase. I have another video where I also explain this enzyme, and what we'll find about this enzyme, NDPK as it's often called, is it's a good enzyme for balancing the relative amounts of purines and pyrimidines, because the purine and pyrimidine levels ought to be as balanced as possible in the cell. So this is going to be able to give us back our triphosphate forms, so deoxy-CTP and deoxy-UTP. Now, it's not necessary if you've got plenty of DUTP, but I can convert DCTP into DUTP. And this is catalyzed by a deaminase. Specifically, it's a cytidine deaminase. Okay, so it's actually going to deaminate the cytosine nitrogenous base into uracil. Okay, and that will give us DUTP. Although it's not necessary, like I said, if you've got plenty of DUTP. All right, now, again, you can't just take this uracil here and convert it to thymine, because the enzyme that's ultimately going to do that, called thymidylate synthase, will only act on the monophosphate form. Okay? So this DUTP is going to have to be hydrolyzed into its monophosphate form by an enzyme called DUTPase. So DUTPase is really just an enzyme that's there to get you this dump, as we often call it, DUMP. So DUTP has its 2 phosphates, 2 of the 3 removed, and it gets converted into DUMP, deoxy-UMP. Deoxy-UMP is the only form of uracil that thymidylate synthase will act on, okay? At least natural form. So you have to have deoxy-UMP, thymidylate synthase binds to it, and converts it into deoxy-TMP. Now, just so you're aware, sometimes when you're talking about this thymine, whether it's TMP, TDP, or TTP, sometimes the D will be eliminated, and sometimes you may just see it as TMP or TTP, whatever. The reason for that is it's assumed if you have a thymine nucleotide, it's already assumed that the ribose has been converted to deoxyribose, and so this D is not technically necessary. But for us, we want to be as rigorous as possible so everyone knows exactly what we're talking about, and so we put that D there just to denote that this is a deoxynucleotide. It's deoxy-TMP. All right. Now, obviously, if you want to do anything with that DTMP, you got to get it back up to DTTP, because if we're going to use it to synthesize DNA, you have to have the triphosphate form. And so, obviously, this DTMP is going to have to be first converted, most likely to DTDP, and then it'll react with a nucleoside diphosphate kinase to give DTTP. Again, all these letters, they sound the same, so it's getting to be a tongue twister. But hopefully this video just gave you a good summary of all the processes that are going to happen just to get DTMP. Okay? Now, again, I'm going to have some separate videos on ribonucleotide reductase because it's a really important enzyme to understand. I'm also going to have one on NDPK, nucleoside diphosphate kinase, and then actually directly in the next video, because I think it's very important, we're going to discuss thymidylate synthase, which is actually that enzyme that converts DUMP into DTMP. Okay, this is a really important enzyme to talk about because it's the target of a lot of anti-cancer drugs. And so we're actually going to discuss that in the next video along with the overall reaction and exactly how it works. So join us in that video, but hopefully you learned a little something in this video. Please make sure to like this video and subscribe to my channel for future videos and notifications. Thank you very much.